And the onslaught of Grand Seiko 44GS models continues, with a very special one that I think will actually be a great hit. This year you have seen a very similar model in the SLGH009, which was a 550-piece limited edition. But this one is part of the Heritage Collection and is not a limited edition. But they really could have made this one limited since it does look very special. We are reviewing the Grand Seiko SLGH013, which features a light blue dial that represents the distinct texture of the snow on Mount Iwate as it melts in the springtime. Not only does this one come with a fascinating dial, but it also is made out of ever-brilliant steel, which gives it a brighter hue and a very high level of corrosion resistance. And it's equipped with the 9SA5 caliber, which is an 80-hour dual-impulse high-beat caliber. So let's see if this 44GS offering will be the one that compels you to partake in this year of the 44GS. What's up everyone, it's Chris with the Little Treasury channel. Welcome back. This is where we bring you original and in-depth watch content at least once per week. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be alerted as soon as we upload. I'm from Little Treasury Jewelers, which is located in Gambrills, Maryland. And it's where you go when you're in the know. As always, the watches that I review are for sale and can be purchased, so please see the description below to contact us. If you're just joining us now, I'll go over the watch's detailed measurements and features, and then I'll offer my personal opinion at the end. In our last video, I did a head-to-head comparison of the SLGH015, SLGH017, and SLGH007 to help you make an informed decision on whether to hopelessly wait for an SLGH015 to become available after being sold out for months already, or to move on to something that may actually be a better fit for you anyway. Please check this video out if you are still waiting for an SLGH015, or if you would like to learn about the SLGH017 or SLGH007, which are both incredible pieces. Wrist check time. Today I'm wearing my Seiko SRPH42K Yakwat Chang Thailand limited edition that I picked up while I was on my Thailand vacation earlier this summer. And since I visited 9 different temples, this was absolutely the perfect watch to pick up since it represents the white demon giant that guards the Temple of the Dawn. Now tell me which watch you're wearing while you're watching the video and make sure to tell me why. Now let's get on to the features. The Grand Seiko SLGH013 has a 39.9mm case width, an 11.7mm thickness, a 47.2mm lug-to-lug, an 18.7mm lug width, a 33.2mm crystal diameter, and weighs in at 150.98 grams with all links. The case is made out of Grand Seiko's proprietary ever-brilliant steel, which has a bright white hue that further enhances how beautifully shiny it is with Zaratsu finish. Ever-brilliant steel is also the world's most corrosion-resistant steel and has a Pren value that is 1.7 times higher than that of other high-end watches according to Grand Seiko. The case is called the 44GS case, which has broad flat planes on the sides of Zaratsu finish and small matte areas on the inside of the lugs. The sides of the case have a small area of matte finish with more Zaratsu beneath. The crown can be found at the 3 position, has GS stamped at the top, and is screw down. The bezel is Zaratsu finished and sits slightly above the case, with the sapphire crystal that protrudes above the bezel to help protect it from scuffs. The dial is in a silvery blue and is inspired by the melting snow of Mount Iwate, with its visible and striking texture. The markers are beautifully high-polished rectangles with a double marker at the 12. Black ticks are used for the minute grade around the edge of the dial. The GS logo can be found applied in silver, and below it, Grand Seiko in black at the top middle portion. The hour and minute hands are Dauphine style, and the second hand is in blue. The date window can be found at the 3 position and has a silver frame with a white background and black numerals. High beat, 36,000, and 80 hours can be found in black at the bottom middle portion of the dial. As usual, no lume can be found on this piece, but don't worry, even the most insignificant light will make this piece visible. The case back is open and shows off the beautifully decorated 9SA5 movement. The movement is the 9SA5 high beat, which has a dual impulse escapement that lets the escapement wheel transmit power directly to the balance, which leads to a significant increase in efficiency. It has a free sprung balance, which allows it to be more shock resistant and maintain accuracy over longer periods of time. And it uses a horizontal gear train that allows it to be 15% slimmer than the current Grand Seiko high beat caliber. What does this all mean though? You get a high beat 36,000 beat per hour caliber with an 80-hour power reserve and an accuracy of -3 to +5 seconds per day. The bracelet is a standard 5-link design, but is also made out of ever-brilliant steel. It has matte large links with Zaratsu polished smaller links, and a folding clasp with the GS logo can be found at the end with no micro adjust. The Grand Seiko SLGH013 is 100 meter water resistant. It is not a limited edition and can be yours for $9,500. Now for my personal opinion. Okay, let's get this out of the way. I can't stop thinking about the moon when I look at this watch. The dial looks like the surface of the moon, and although it has a blue hue to it, it mostly looks gray all the time. I really think that Grand Seiko should have said that this is the moon on a snowy Iwate evening or something along those lines, but oh well. Anyway, this is a very stunning piece and I love it. The case fits wonderfully on my 6.5-inch wrist, and at 11.7 millimeters thick, it seems very thin for a movement this sophisticated to be equipped. I think that the ever-brilliant steel combined with the 44GS case just really makes it feel more premium, especially with the large areas of Zaratsu finish on the sides. I think that this dial is one of the most attractive ones that Grand Seiko has made thus far, and I know that once you see this in person, you will fall in love with it too. The other good news here is that this piece is $1,000 less than the SLGH009, which was basically the same exact watch with a different dial and limited edition. But most of you will find that this piece is actually more attractive anyway, and that is probably again why they made that one limited and this one standard. I'll recommend this piece to anyone who would like one of Grand Seiko's most sophisticated and striking timepieces that they have ever come out with, and especially if you are a fan of a high beat caliber and want a piece of what Grand Seiko is really known for, incredible dials. Thanks for watching today, everyone. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. And of course, if you did, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and share with all of your friends and your family members too. I look forward to seeing you next video.